Mary Shalala is our next panel member. Mary, you play the role of mother,
Yes.
an educator to fine young women. These women down here. You're a businesswoman and an activist. As an open lesbian woman, you've done so for almost 2 decades. Now, the story of Mary's Place is a well-known one in the Sydney lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer community, as is your role in Lemons with a Twist. What does this community mean to you?
Okay, the community to me, rather than the normal definition of similarities and sharing commonalities, actually for me means differences. And the best way that I can describe that is being a member of an all-girls school and having an award when we were in Year 10, and my award said belonging to all groups. And what I loved about that is that I couldn't choose. I loved the dags, I loved the goody-goodies, I loved the rebels, I loved the, weirdos, and I would just skip.
You're just greedy.
And I felt hungry for the differences. And the beauty was they were all women, and I loved being around them. And I wasn't really openly gay at the time, although I was so in love with my best friend and one of my female school teachers. Were you ever in love with me, Elise?
I think that... What do you reckon? That was a direct question. A direct question. She doesn't mind the microphone. Look at her hand. This is gloved hand. She's like right onto it. And she doesn't want to give it back either.
She was always one of my favourites. I'll leave it at that.
There you go, Mary.
And I also learned very early on what community meant to me. For most of you, you'd think that meant family, but I grew up in a family of 14 kids, and that really was my community. And it was more community than family because it was us against my father, who was a very abusive man. And we gathered after every kind of beating or sexual abuse or whatever it was, and we talked and we shared and we held each other's hands and we reminded each other that it wasn't about us. It was about him and that he was fucked up and that's the old man and that's all he got. That was his title. And what I felt was a solidarity. And the solidarity that I want to feel in our community today, because I look at all of you from so many different smaller groups and think about how beautiful you are and how much you have to share. And I would love to have the opportunity to get to know all the different groups within our community and to be as one.
And Lemons with a Twist is a huge platform for a lot of women to come together and share that.
Yeah, I think one of the things that I've always wanted is to be very proactive. No matter what was happening at school, I wanted to be involved. I wanted to be a part of. And that hunger has kept me going throughout life, no matter what the involvement was. Right from the very beginning when I was a baby dyke, I was involved in all sorts of groups, coming out groups, the Mardi Gras working committee, whatever I could get my hands on, I would do. And of course, because I get bored easily, I'd move on. So the latest move has been Lemons with a Twist, and that's been a very fulfilling experience because what I've seen is a coming together of exactly that. A whole range of different women from all different walks of life. You've got the 20-year-olds and the 65-year-olds coming to Lemons and sharing, and it's harmonious, and we've got all sorts of different matchmaking happening. We've got networking, business networking and whatever. I love you all. And so that has been really, really rewarding. And working with 10 fabulous, talented people on a board of Sydney Gay and Lesbian Business Association. And what I do want to say on that is that we've come together with Mardi Gras to put on this event, which Mardi Gras carried most of the work. Thank you, guys. We just got some of the credit and some great work from Amanda Keeling as well. But this is an example of how we can actually come together and work together to put on functions like this and to share our talents.
Bravo.